comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Gotta do this. Come on. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Checks with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Shoryuken? So little life left. Snipes them out the air. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
They exchange blows. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Holds out with the block. Doesn't miss a beat. It's a good spot to use the super. There's a change of side. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Going in, player 1 is dominating this match. Gotta be careful, they were not cleared for takeoff. Player 1 proved to be the victor in that mirror match.
We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
The top player is here.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
How's this?
They're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. All right. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. In there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Time for a drink. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Big counter. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Now that's how you use an impact. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Forcing them to block the drive impact near the corner is a very smart play on their part. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Max SA Gate uses the gauge for a super arm. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. A real test and whiffs. They're wide open. A daring impact to wrap up the round. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Gets out of there with the backdash. Still plenty of time left. Wrecks them. Knockdown and player one has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Okay, here we... Excellent block. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Change things. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Free fall strikes. Connects with the throw. What now? Holy! Punish counter on the action.
Come on. It's time to
Spends
train.
it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Too slow.
You'll cut that boy off. He's had too much. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Flatline zone. Player one made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps, drops them. Brushes that off and keeps going. Strikes back with the drive impact. What are they thinking here? Player two chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. The drink level's up to 4. All options are on the table. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. In a dire situation, they can't get some. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Who's going to start things off? They trade hits, and now who will gain control of the match in the early going? Jumps in, genius read. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Good job, hits him with a stop and pop. Dashes forward. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Medium kick hit. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. What now? Player one can't. All the throw connects. What's next? Time to go for broke. Dragon Lash. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Repeat impact squash. That was the highest I've ever seen. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Jinrai overhead attack. Jumps in. Medium kick into. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Okay, here we go. Connects with the throw. Switch sides. Throws range projectile. Player two is in a very good spot now. Looking for a hold. The drive impact doesn't work. Plenty of help. Full pumps the brakes on the impact. Impact squash. Free flow strikes. Happy hour. Amazing. Sticks out a kick. Here comes the corner pressure. Take that guard away. He's maxed out. Both absolutely refuse. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nice fireball. Jumps in. jumps?
How's this?
Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. That drive impact is blocked. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Jumps in. Jumps up. Okay, creating some space here. Which one of these fighters has what it takes to close out this round? 20 seconds left. What are they both plotting? Not much time left in this round. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps up. Hits him with his free flow. Player 1 chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 holding on to that corner. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Both fighters, the low kick hits. The Senka hits. Now they can use drive. Dangerous range here. Wrecks them. What now? Oh, could be the start of something. Time to go for broke. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got it stuck. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen.
Jamie.
Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Overhead. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Taking stock. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Avoids getting cornered. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown. Hopes with a medium kick. Picks up the win with a projectile. Good read. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Parries to cancel the fireball. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Slashes them. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Adds a bit of OD spice there. Looking for a chance. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Sticks the jump in. Parries the projectile. Blocks the jump in. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Starting to sweat a bit. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Holds out with the block. Flashes them. Doing some quick planning? Shoots off a fireball up close. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Going in? KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
How's this? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Pops him with a shorty. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Going in, player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Both fighters planning something? But there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Full SA meters on deck hits them with a stopping pop. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. There's a burnout. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. The pressure must be driving them nuts. Jump drive impact misses. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Escapes the corner. Reads the jump in perfectly. Now they can use drive. They're running out of time. Full drive on deck. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Feeling a real vibe. Who's going to steal this win? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fires without warning. Hits him with his free flow. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Looking for a hole. What's next? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Gotta do better than that. Dash! Ooh, you never know what can forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Impact squash. Close range projectile. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Pokes with a kick. Noticeable. This is gonna hurt. Can this drive bring them back? Will they get crowns them from above? Still can't find a way out of this corner. Something's gotta give. There's a burnout. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Escapes the corner. Answers with a fireball. They are done. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak.